What's up, everybody? My name's Josh.
And my name's Nick.
And we're here to give you
a reality check. That's for sure. You know you need one.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Start your engine. RuPaul's Drag Race.
All right, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17 is in full swing. The engines are revved, the gears are lubed up, and everybody is running for the finish line.
We Have Girls Gone.
Yeah, it's episode 9, and we're walking into not the first, not the second, but our third design challenge.
I am not angry. I'm not angry.
Oh, I love it. I love a design challenge. If you know me, you've watched our videos, the design challenges are where I get my life.
We have the one and only seamstress of South Jersey. You like that?
That's getting used.
Yeah,
let me write that in. No, that was cute. So I don't know how everybody else feels, but we're excited for another design challenge.
Yeah.
And for all the people who are like, well, what about the girls who can't? It's 17 seasons in. It's your fault you can't sew. Sorry. You should go into every season of RuPaul's Drag Race at least having 3 patterns with you that you have practiced at this point.
I mean, if we're being completely honest, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Like international seasons, all-star seasons, versus the worlds, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to at least sew a quick little dress, a quick little bodysuit, a quick little short thing.
Yeah, like you know. Yeah, you need the main 3: a bodysuit, a gown, and a dress. So I love it because you see the girls, they start to sweat. But at this point, I think in the competition, the non-sewers and the people who really can't do anything have gone.
Yeah.
You know,
there's some kind of lucrative creativity.
Yeah, there's like a base knowledge. Come on, lucrative.
Listen, I'm on your nerve. Give me a hot glue gun.
You are on my nerve.
Give me a hot glue gun. Give me a stapler.
And a dream. I don't care if you sew or not. Put something together.
Yeah.
The challenge is not about sewing. It's about your ability to create something.
And there she has it.
Ha! But before we get to all 9 of our Betsey Johnson inspired looks, reading is what?
Fundamental.
Yes, ma'am.
I was nervous. I thought I wasn't going to
get that. Probably, arguably one of the best parts of every season.
Yeah. Like Snatch Game, Rusical, and Reading Challenge can all, and everybody's...
I could take one of those out.
And that is a top 3 for everybody.
Yeah.
It has to be.
They're the most, I think... like widely known. Everybody knows the reading challenge. Everybody gets excited for it. And I will say in the past few seasons, it's been like pretty mid.
Yeah.
Like very meh. These girls just aren't. The problem today, I think, is that a lot of people are not sit down, write a joke, ha ha funny.
Yeah.
I classify myself as one of those people. I am not a let me write a stand-up comedian set and give you a 1-2 punchline.
Yes, but you are the shadiest girl I know. Like, I know that y'all don't spend as much time with him as I do, but when I tell you, he would eat the shady reading challenge down because he's just that kind of person. Like, you have one little flaw. It could be something that's funny. Like, one little flaw. He's going to let you know. It's going to be funny. It's shady funny, but you would eat.
Queens rely on, like... People, you can tell that a few people come in with generic reads that are funny that you can later figure out who it fits. Like Sam Star saying, your padding is so lumpy, you don't have a silhouette, you have a silhouette. That could be anybody on the show. Yeah. So it's smart for these girls to come in with a few reads that aren't person specific.
Like interchangeable.
Yeah. They could go for anybody, and if they don't work, you don't have to use it type of thing.
Yeah.
So you could tell that there was a little bit of that going on, I think, for sure. But did you have any reads that stood out to you?
The one that I can't stop thinking about is the Lydia B. Collins to Corey. You may be my top, but the judges will always have you in the bottom.
No,
like,
that was crazy.
Hysterical.
Followed up by later Lydia not letting Corey pick and choosing Lexi instead. She said bottom.
No, like gagged us for sure.
And then, oh my God, we'll get into that. But I think my favorite read came from Anya Nerve. The Corey, you know it's not cheating to look in the mirror before the challenge.
That was shady.
No, it's crazy. Especially because Corey King is always stamped. Don't come for my girl.
No, actually, are her outfits the exact same silhouette for 9 episodes? Yes. Well, yes.
Corey King did not come.
Does
to
her
Drag Race.
makeup eat every single time? Also, yes.
Yes. You know, two things can be true at once. Corey King did not come to win Drag Race.
No.
Corey King, as far as the branding challenge goes for life, Corey King is winning. Corey
Yeah.
King is in the lead. Corey King is the front runner.
May I say something now?
You may say something.
I feel like Corey is going to have that post-drag like success someone like Trixie Mattel or Katya had, or Monet Exchange. Like, she's going to be a name that people are going to know all the time.
I don't know if I
Like,
see her on a Trixie trajectory. Like, I don't think I see her having a makeup company. And but
no, not a I mean, there's like people knowing
the
who
notoriety.
She is.
Yeah, I definitely see Corey King on like a YouTube popularity. Like, I could see Corey King hosting the pit stop.
Yeah.
Like, I need
Trixie,
that. Yeah,
Monet,
Trixie hosted that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see her doing the pit stop and kind of like gigs like that for sure.
I hope so. Honestly,
I hope she's
I
the
really
new,
do.
I hope she's the new Jujubee and she gets brought back for every All-Star season versus the world, you know, Global All-Stars, everything.
Like the whole
and just
nine.
keeps wearing mini dresses.
Yeah.
You know. Every season. I just need more mini dresses.
Listen, if there's one thing about Corey King, she's going to look like a hoochie mama.
Mm-hmm.
As she should. She looks good. Listen, she looks good. I know that we shouldn't be repeating silhouettes, but goddamn, Corey King, you in that mini dress, you just look so good.
No, like the body is just always right, you know.
Not a lump inside.
Whether the outfit is wrong, the body will always be right.
Exactly.
You know? And that's half the battle. A beautiful outfit on the wrong body, it's the wrong outfit.
Yeah.
But the right outfit on the right body, it's giving.
It's the right outfit. The math.
Right. Do you have any reads for the queens?
I'm not good at this.
Mm.
Una reverse. Do you have any reads for the queen?
The only read that I would have would be something on Jules Sparkle's name. Like, Jules Sparkles, with the amount of times that you've been safe, we should change your name to Jules Dull or like Jules Mediocre, something like that.
That's cute.
You know,
that's
like something
funny.
like that, something along those lines or something. But I love a read on someone's name, like Susie Toot. You must have gotten your name because, you know, all of your drag looks like shit. You know, toot to fart.
Yeah.
You know,
Toot to fart to shit.
yeah.
Acacia forgot the only
She's
thing
not
that
there.
No, my God. I was gonna. Okay. I don't I don't have one. So that's the reading challenge. I mean, we get wrapped up and, you know, we get one-liners from some queens and
Yeah,
ultimately...
the editing, we got one read from Corey King, one read from Lana, 3 reads from Susie. Like, I get it that they're trying to protect some of the storylines by having people not be funny. Or like, if they weren't funny, keep them looking funny type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm sorry, there used to be a minimum on Drag Race. You saw at least 2 to 3 from each queen, whether they were crashing and burning or they, you know, were doing good.
Did they do the reading challenge a little late / or early? Like, is 9 girls like...
It's usually like the 9 to 10 range, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like don't remember. Like, I'm trying to think. Like somewhere like that. Because if everybody did... Like, I'm just thinking about like screen time and how long it takes to say a joke and how many queens there are. If we did 2 to 3 each queen, there's 9 queens. We're at least doing 18 jokes. But we didn't even get that.
No.
We got like maybe 12 jokes and 3 of them were Susie Toot.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Like, so obviously Susie Toot wins the mini challenge,
Right,
because we only saw really her jokes.
We were watching it and I was like, okay, Susie was in the middle and I was like, okay, Susie just did 3. She's going to win. And he looked over me. It was like, I was like, just watch.
Yeah.
She's going to win.
And there she did. She won.
And with her win, we find out that Susie Toot holds all the power this week. Well, some of it, in deciding which category for our Betsey Johnson collection inspired design challenge she would like to have.
Which also, I don't know if it's just because I got into like the world of life a little late in terms of pop culture stuff, but like I really didn't know who Betsey Johnson was. And when she came into the room, I was like, who is this girl? Who is this nutcase? Like, who? She's a nutcase.
Not too much.
Not
Not
too
too much on this
much.
Betsey Johnson.
Listen, she can be an icon, but she can still be kooky and crazy.
Oh no, she is a goofball. That's
Yeah.
kind of her brand.
And
you
she's
know?
82?
Yeah, kooky, crazy queen for sure. But Betsey Johnson has been very prevalent in a lot of gay activism and a lot of queer movements, and
She
been
put the
there.
first trans woman on the runway.
Yeah, the first trans models, she dressed them and used them for runway shows. So Betsey Johnson will always be an icon. If you are not familiar with her work, do yourself a favor, check it out. We saw her booth at DryCon. We passed by her, like I swear she saw me, but she would have loved my outfit my
She
second
would
day.
have. Betsey Johnson kind of reminds me of like if Anna Wintour like had an acid trip.
Right,
Right.
right.
No.
Somebody with very minimal fashion designer knowledge over here.
So we get to pick him. We get to choose him.
3 very different categories.
Grunge, punk, flapper.
Yes, we have prenup, and we have Betsy's prom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one right away would you have picked?
So there's 2 ways, two directions I'm thinking. One, I don't know how to sew. So as much as I would love to do like the prom, just because I like the 80s-ish inspired like colors and hair and stuff and creativity, but I don't know how to sew. So how am I going to make a prom dress if I can't sew? So I probably would try to steer away from there, and I'd probably go grunge, because I feel like grunge,
It's
punk,
a little more thrown together.
yeah, a little more like you could have a hot glue gun in a dream and it like kind of works.
Yeah. No,
Like
I
that would
agree.
be me. How about
Yeah.
you? Where are you going?
I'm going right to prom.
Yeah.
I'm going right to
You're
the prom
grabbing that
table.
pink. You're grabbing that
The
stretch.
pink, the polka dots. I'm going right to the prom table. No ifs,
Yeah.
ands, or buts about
No.
it. I'm not somebody who particularly loves wearing dresses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really my tea, but I think it would, just for the fabrics and the colors, like it's something I would be comfortable expanding, like a different silhouette in.
Could you do like a chaps look for prom?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's Betsey Johnson at this point,
Yeah.
but I would definitely head for the prom table.
Talking about prom, these are our queens on each category. For the prom look, we have Lana, Corey, and Anya. For prenup, we have Lexi, Sam, and Ariete. And for the grunge, punk, flapper, we have Susie, Lydia, and Jules. Honestly,
I was surprised by Jules picking the punk grunge flapper category.
I thought she was going to go prom.
I thought she was going right for prom for sure, but it just goes to show that she is pushing herself a little bit outside of her comfort zone. So I appreciated that.
Is there
for
anyone
sure.
else that you would have liked to see in a different category?
I could have stood to see Sam in the prom category.
Oh, she would have
I
made
also,
a gorgeous gown.
I would have loved to see Anya in the grunge flapper.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
she would have ate the grunge because she like when she did that like punk, like her pink look, which was kind of punky when she had like the
the
half
sneaker
skin
look.
bikini look thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see her make something that's a little a little edgy.
Yeah, a little
with, like,
edgier.
Oh,
Yeah.
it would have been hot.
Yeah, I like that. I would have loved to see that. I liked Ariete in the prenup category.
Her
I
and
liked-
Lexi, I see
yeah.
prenup.
Yeah, very much prenup. Oh my god, Lexi.
Lexi.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, the girls start sewing. They're getting to work. Well, most of them are getting to work, except one Ms. Lexi Love.
I felt bad.
She's struggling again.
We can tell that designing is not like I feel like I would connect with her on this where like the initial, because we've had this conversation. I
Yeah.
said to Nick before, I was like, I want to help you make a look for Penny, and he's
Yeah.
like, okay, give me a sketch.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever taken like a silhouette of somebody and taken a pencil and tried to sketch something? It's hard.
It's a lot more difficult than people think.
No,
you
like
know?
you need to be so creative, and for somebody who doesn't have knowledge on fabrics and what works and what doesn't work,
Yeah.
obviously Lexi has a lot more knowledge than someone like me. But like, shit, I would be looking at the paper and be like, where the hell do I start? What do I do?
I think the intimidation really started because everybody seemed so sure of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, time to get to work, you know? And,
I mean, they
you know,
literally
like-
they took the ground running, and they
Yeah.
just
No, literally. I mean, you have to in these challenges. You don't get a lot of time. So you need to go. This is what I was saying before. You need to go into Drag Race with a few designs that you haven't made yet for these challenges. So you
True.
can just look in your book and say, this works for this. Let's start going, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But thankfully, she had her girl Samstar. They pulled her back in, pulled her back from the edge, and she got to work. She got to working it.
I'm clocking it right now. If Sam or Crystal, but I'm gonna think Sam. If Sam does not win the season, I feel like she's gonna be in the running for Miss Congeniality.
I could see that maybe. I don't know. Sam's had a lot of kind of nasty moments.
She has, but she's had a lot of.
I think this season's Miss Congeniality will go to Lexi.
Of course.
Right.
Of
Everybody
course,
has been like, well, Lexi has been a rock for me. Lexi
yeah,
has been so nice to me.
Auntie Grandma.
Yeah, Auntie Grandma.
Come on.
For sure.
I want to ask your opinion on the whole when the prom look went to go talk to Rue. Rue goes, "Oh, another mini dress," to Corey. Do you think that she did a good idea by scrapping her mini dress look and attempting a gown, or you think she should have just went with what she knows and nail home that mini dress?
Well, there's a difference between a mini dress and a short dress. Like, a mini dress is like what Corey King gave. A hoochie mama, coochie cutter.
Like, your coochie's
like
out.
Skin bodycon dress. That is a mini dress. However, just doing a short dress, the one that she originally had drawn was kind of like a cupcake tutu-esque structured bodice dress.
Yeah.
Which was very 80s, very prom-y.
Like cinched waist,
Yeah.
big boobs. Out.
I always feel like, and I've said this in my personal life, your first instinct is usually the right one. You have to go with your gut. And this detailed drawing that she gave, she obviously had a very clear idea. So
Give that girl a pen and a pencil and she's going to draw.
I think that if she was going to scrap her idea for a gown, she should have gone with the gown. Even if it wasn't as good of a gown, it's still, she tried something different. There's versatility being attempted. It's prom. I feel like if you're going to prom, you either need to be in something short and with volume or something long.
Yeah.
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 That's just me. That's just how I interpret prom.
I didn't hate.
I did. The dress was bad. We'll get to the dress. It was bad. It was
okay.
bad.
We'll get there.
It was probably her worst of her mini dresses, in my opinion.
I mean, she basically just took scissors and cut the thing, and
That's usually how sewing starts.
is that?
I mean, we're gonna, talk about it.
I mean, true.
She cut some fabric.
True.
You know?
Was there any other moments of the table talks with Rue that stood out to you?
Not in the table talk moments with Rue and with Betsey, but in the construction in the workroom, Miss Alicia Keys made an appearance.
No, because Susie too.
There's a few reasons. There's a few reasons why I really liked this moment. Obviously, it was funny. Susie too was, thinking that she was eating, she was doing something, whatever. And then we have Lana and Corey saying that she's wearing a do-rag. But what really, honestly, I really loved about this moment was the confessional of Anya being like, y'all, it's not a do-rag. She just has a scarf on her head.
Yeah.
Like,
she's just a white girl with a scarf on her head.
Like, because that moment could have, that takes out people's careers.
The internet could have dragged her.
That,
for sure.
That could have been the end of Susie 2 right there on social media.
Wait, can I say something?
Sure.
Anya?
This is our podcast.
Anya putting on her do-rag and then going, this is the do-rag. Low-key, it kind of did something to me.
No, like, some sparks were ignited.
No, like Anya looked...
Some butter flew, for sure.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was, like, Anya's, like, trying to be, like, suave sexy, but, like, it was giving. Like, Anya...
No, Anya's an attractive man.
Listen, Anya, at j.stokeham.
So the girls get back to work and we get the sewing montages. We don't get anything other than this Alicia Keys moment, Lexi's kind of moment.
I mean, they have to get to work.
Yeah, it's ready to hit. It's time to get to work, and they are ready to hit. But actually, one thing I did want to talk about that we do see every single season is a mother goose. We see a helping hand. We see a hamburger helper. We see somebody who is ready to help the girls.
Yes.
Would you be doing this?
To an extent. To an extent. Because, like, I don't want to see my sister crumble and fall. Like, I'm not going to make your garment for you. But,
Right.
like, if you're doing something wrong, I mean, I don't know how to use a sewing machine, but like if your bobbin isn't threaded right and you're just like screwing up your stitching and you're not cross stitching right or whatever,
you're losing it. You're losing it.
yeah, whatever the case may be, like I want to like be like, sister, do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like
then send you on your own.
Yeah, like if it was my sister, my Pookie, my honey in the competition, and I would as long as I'm in a spot where like I'm not gonna fall behind, I'll help you thread your machine.
Yeah.
I will get you started.
Yeah.
Or like give you the steps to start yourself on the right
Like
track.
I'm not going to set you up for failure.
But I'm not doing a Saphira.
No, I am
I'm
not making your gown. No.
No.
Also, like if I don't like you, I ain't helping.
I'm gonna be like, I never sewed before. Like, I've never seen a sewing machine in my life.
Manual to thread this bobbin.
Yeah.
Don't know her.
Yeah,
Don't know her.
I actually have never seen a thread in my life.
What is thread?
No. What? Where are we? No, I'm sorry, but
Why is everything so pink?
Yeah, like no, like or let's say the front runner of this season's competition comes up to me and is like, hey girl, can you like how would I ruche this if I wanted to like do this on a skirt? I'd be like, I've never done that.
I don't know how to ruche.
I don't know. I'm not there to be Miss Congeniality, honey.
Watch Penny literally become Miss Congeniality.
I feel like I could. I feel like I could be that girl.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be that girl.
You go, I'm not here to be that, but let me take these flowers anyway.
Look, Miss Congeniality gets a check too, okay?
Oh.
Look, if the writing's on the wall for me, and I've already had 2 lip syncs, you know I'm going to start to be nice to everybody. You know I'm going to start to be nice to every single queen.
If you're like, I'm not making top 4, okay.
No,
let me secure the spot, mother.
No, I'm so sorry, but you know if you're going to win by the middle of the competition. I'm sorry, I have 2 lip sync wins and no challenge. The writing's on the wall. Look, girl, you need help? Oh, that's a gorgeous look. Let me use this wig. Oh, I'm trying to get that Miss Congeniality check if I'm on my way out the door.
But we still have 4 or 5 challenges left. Like, you could still turn it up.
Yeah, and you know what I'm turning up? The music on my way to the bank to cash my Miss Congeniality check.
You're turning up the music on that MP3 to learn your next lip sync.
YouTube to MP3.
I'm screaming. Oh
Yeah,
God.
I'm not helping anybody.
No.
But I would if I was in the running for Miss Congeniality, you know?
Yeah, listen, you gotta take what you can take and you're gonna leave what you're gonna leave. And talking about taking what they want to take, taking a look and bring it to the runway. Miss Mother Rue, that look
Yes.
when you walked on the runway needs to be studied.
Yes, this sheer pink, like.
It was in like you had the slit was up to the cooch. No, like the slit.
It was a coochie cutter.
No. So like they basically.
It was just sexy. Like RuPaul just looked sexy as hell.
Rue, hey, like like wing it all.
Speaking of RuPaul and other reality TV shows, Jeff Probst recently said that he wants RuPaul to take on Survivor.
Rue, get on that island.
Get out on the island. So, could you imagine RuPaul on that island?
What Rue does not need is the Survivor diet because Rue's body is already tea.
Ozempic, honey.
No, the Ozempic. No, for real.
Yeah.
I need to see Rue on the island, even if it's for like a week.
Even if it's like to guest host a challenge, like, you know, like
Rue at
calling
tribal?
a challenge, Rue doing a tribal, be like,
Oh,
be like, honey, you know,
Honey.
Rue doing the auction, RuPaul hosting the Survivor auction, please. That would be so much fun in her little suit on the island. Like, stop. Make it happen.
No, that way.
Survivor CBS, Paramount, you're hear our plea.
I could already see like the margarita and chips coming out, and we're going, "Oh, girl, you already know you got that curse."
Yeah. No, stop. I need it to happen. Let us know down in the comments if you think RuPaul should host the auction, because we need to get that train. Imagine it's for Survivor 50. Like, it's all the returning players. They bring out special guests. Like, that could be so much fun.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. On to the runway. We have some Betsey Johnson inspired looks to talk about.
This week, we're not going to have a separate video. It's going to be right here in our video. So sit down and get ready to get this check or chuck, mama.
Yes. As always, if we like your look and it was good, it served its purpose, and you look good, it's a check.
And if we hate your look and it's horrible and it's nasty and it's ugly and it's trash, it's a chuck.
Yes. And if you have somehow brought a look to the runway that we cannot live without, we can't breathe, we can't think about anything else, baby, you gave us a reality check.
Yes.
Because
yes.
it was just that amazing, that gorgeous, and that perfect.
Yes.
So with that being said, let's bring out our first girls to the runway in our punk grunge flapper category.
Yes.
Yes.
First to the runway, we had Miss Jewel Sparkles.
Yes.
She came out in this purple velvet, multi-fur studded look. She looked gorgeous.
This is the, like, personification of I put myself in a situation to make myself uncomfortable, and I didn't crumble, I grew.
Yes.
This look was just so incredibly put together. The detail, other than the velvet facing different directions,
But honestly, we didn't even see it.
you didn't
on the
notice it.
runway.
You didn't
Yeah.
notice it. I think that moment with the fur really like sparked an idea in Jules to be like, just do it. Just have fun.
The whole like cutting the fur and putting the fur in like a mosaic stuff.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Also, I love Jules in a pussycat wig, like a little finger wave.
Yeah.
She looked
She was giving
so
flapper.
good.
She was
Yes.
giving like the manager of all the other flappers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yes,
she was giving
yes.
head whore. You know,
Yes.
like it was good. I loved the hardware details, the way that it like kind of accentuated the shape to like bring your eye down, and the chains. It brought in that flapper element, a little bit of grunge because of the mixed match textiles. It was perfect. Honestly, it was gorgeous. It was very close to a reality check, but it was a check for me.
It was a check. It was definitely a check. Like you said, so close to reality check. Like, I don't know what it was missing, but...
I don't know. You know what it was missing? A different shoe. I hated just that
Oh,
black
you
pump.
clocked that shoe. Yeah.
I hated that black pump. You needed a purple pump or like something crazy to just really tie the mixed matchedness
Yeah.
of it all in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Flapping out onto the runway next, it's Miss Lydia B. Collins. And she is giving us flapper in this like post-apocalyptic Lydia B. Collins way.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that Lydia's silhouette and her style has been very baggy, droopy, deconstructed, like...
Yeah. I liked it. It was almost there for me. Like, I like her kind of eclectic, almost like trash vibe. You know, she kind of
Yeah.
gives this like grunge. She gives grunge. Lydia B. Collins gives grunge. So I was really
Yeah.
excited to see what she came up with. I just think that it needed a little bit of like, when you leave the house, look in the mirror, take one thing off.
Yeah.
You know, it needed a little bit more of a... Like, you would never know based on Lydia's runways this season that she is actually this skinny.
Yeah.
Everything that she has worn has been oversized or, like, slinky, like, you know, and it just didn't get there all the way.
Yeah.
But I liked how she paired the fabrics and the patterns. Like, I liked how it looked, but not what it was.
A little bit of something, it would have changed the whole look, and I think that she would have done so much better in this challenge than she did.
Yeah.
I don't hate the look, but it's not my favorite. I'm gonna give her a chuck.
Yeah, it's a chuck for me, too, unfortunately. Love you, Lydia.
I'm sorry, Lydia.
She's my fave this season.
Our final punk grunge flapper is Miss Susie 2 in this little short mini dress-esque
Yeah.
flapper fringe.
Susie
thing.
came out and just used the first two words, punk and grunge. There was not an ounce of flap to be flupped.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, when I think of flapper, I think of the Great Gatsby. I think of like beads and like those shorter dresses with one side longer and like.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
the length. It was the length for me, and the hair. Like, she definitely went more punk grunge, which is fine. That's part of it as well. For me, I was just missing some of the flapper elements.
I did love the high boot. I don't know if
Yeah.
I loved it for the idea of like flapper grunge punk rock, but like I still love the boot. I think honestly, I think my favorite part of the outfit was the boot.
Yeah, I mean, the dress was fine. It was cute. It was definitely serviceable for her category. I think that she was probably the middle of the three. I was just missing more flapper elements.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a chuck. And
I'm
she's the flapper queen of the season.
I'm literally teetering between like soft check and Chuck. Sorry, you know what? We're just gonna give her a Chuck.
Yeah,
If I liked your shoe,
and we're getting to a point in the season where like we need to be tougher now. Like it's
you're
this
right.
is your third design challenge. You know, you need to be hitting all three of your words: punk, grunge, and flapper.
Yeah.
Even if she had come out in a flapper kind of wig with a feather, like something, there was just needed to be more flapper elements for me.
I agree.
Grab those corsages, and the limo is here. It's time for prom. Our first prom queen out on the stage is Miss Corey King.
Yeah.
And, you know, she is going to the strip club prom. You know,
she ain't even going to prom. She's going right to the after party.
She is going to hell for this dress. Like, it is... When she first comes out, Corey King in hot pink will just always do it for me. However, when you look for more than 3 seconds, it's like, oh.
So if we just take off the horrible sideways seam and we just take her from like literally waist up, no, because even the construction of the top was not. Honestly, her makeup and hair were fierce as fuck.
Yeah,
and everything else was not good. That's just.
It just was not good. Like, that's just as plain as it can be. The bow, I loved the idea of the bow as the breast cups, but then there was no side panel to cover the side of the breastplate. The hem was puckering because she obviously wasn't using the right stitch on her fabric. We had this ruched front, but then a flap on the back to cover her ass. Like, it just, there was an idea, and there was a very good idea, but it just got let down in the construction and the execution of it.
I mean, I'm not giving her an excuse, but I will say her idea was a gown, and you can very much tell that the top of the dress was being constructed for a gown, and she was just like, shit, I don't have enough time, I need to fix this, and she just took scissors, cut that shit off, and then sewed up the bottom, or attempted to sew up the bottom. Yeah. That's really what it was.
I think what really could have saved this look is if just at the waist we had a skirt, like a poofy skirt, and the ruched bodice and the bow, it could have helped, I think, you know?
Yeah.
I think what she really needed was something here. Because we had the bow that came up and then it just stopped with the strap.
And I didn't like that we saw the breastplate.
Yeah, it was just looking a little unfinished for me. But the idea was there, but it's still going to be a check for me.
I agree. It is going to be a
check for the hair and makeup.
Yes.
Chuck for the everything else.
Yeah. Yes. We have Miss Anya Nerve coming out in a tube dress with 4 bows going down the middle. And listen, if there's one thing about Miss Anya Nerve, she's going to let all the girls know that she's not a seamstress. Give her a hot glue gun, give her a stapler, and she's going to do whatever she can. And this dress was exactly that. It was whatever she could do. She put something together and she walked on that runway.
Again, there was an idea here. It was so close to being something good.
Yeah.
You know, it was a tube. Anya had her dress made in the first 5 minutes of the sewing challenge.
Yeah.
Tube.
Yes.
A tube. You know, I think I agree with what Carson said, that if the first bow was really big and they got smaller and it created this accentuation of your shape, it would have been way better. But at the end of the day, it's still a tube. It's still stapled together. It's a challenge for me.
It's also a challenge for me. I think maybe she should have, and this isn't really going to matter, but like maybe a tiny little slit up the back, because I saw her like penguin walking and I could tell she was uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, well, listen, Miss Anya, number one, she knows how to run the. She knows how to walk the runway.
She's always gonna walk.
And like she can accessorize so well. Like she knows, be like, listen, my outfit might be trash, but look at all this other stuff that I have. You know?
Oh, she is a accoutrement queen. That's for sure.
Yes, yeah. But I still think that she did better than Corey.
Yeah. Now the best in the category for me was our next queen, Miss Lana Jarre. Comes out in this almost like bridal. It was almost white. This like very pale pink,
very light pink,
ruched kind of little dress with some flair. I thought it was super cute for Lana, and I'm surprised that she wasn't in the top. No, honestly,
I'm number one. Lana, kudos for 2 weeks in a row doing well.
Yes,
like
Lana
decently,
is picking up the pieces.
Yes, like we know that you struggled a little bit, but like this week you did. I am so shocked. I didn't think you were going to get a win. But I thought you were going to be in the top.
Yeah, I thought that they would at least pull one top and one bottom from each category.
Yeah.
And I thought it would have been Lana. I think she definitely did the best by far in this category.
She had the cute little bow. She had the train. Like, Lana, you looked so good. Like, so good.
Yeah, I loved it. It's a check for me.
It's a check for me. And for the first time in the season, you were giving fashion.
That's crazy.
Next to the stage, we're leaving the prom and we're getting our prenups, Hanny.
We're getting hitched, mama.
We are getting hitched and we have prenup. First to the stage, we had Miss Arietti. She was wearing this amazing, gorgeous designed black lace, half suit, half dress look. She looked literally gorgeous. My only issue is that it didn't, which isn't even an issue. It's just she wasn't giving that Betsey Johnson crazy cuckoo twist. Like, I feel like this was very Arietti and not very Betsey Johnson. But it still is freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't like fully agree with that. I do think that she could have pushed the Betsy-ness a little bit more. But it did have like this play on gender and like this like the print mixing. I think what it needed was more white to allow us to enjoy all the black.
I could see that.
You know, I think it needed some kind of contrasting lighter color.
All we had was what, the white bow tie?
Yeah, so but other than that, it's still a check for me. I think that it was absolutely gorgeous.
I'm gonna be honest, it was getting close to reality check for me.
Yeah.
Like that dress was literally beautiful. Every design challenge, that's it. You are creative. You like this is your
She's never
ish.
missed. She's never missed on a design challenge.
No, like you've been at the top for all three of them.
Yeah.
You've looked gorgeous at all of them. Your makeup has been stamped in all of them. Like kudos to you, mama. Kudos to you. Kudos for spilling.
Yes. Papa don't preach. She's keeping her baby like a virgin for the very first time. She's giving Starlight, Star Bright. It's Sam Star coming out in this very Madonna-inspired look.
It was giving like Madonna and like Sia.
Yes,
like
yes, that's what it is. Yes, it was giving like Messiah. Like it was crazy. I think it was fine.
It wasn't anything spectacular. I wasn't over the moon. She looked good.
Yeah,
I liked how it was constructed well. It was very much half black, half white.
Yeah, it looked very finished.
Yeah.
You know, it was very done. It was fine. It was a check for me.
I loved her in this hair. We haven't seen Sam Star be in like a more fun kind of like loose. I feel like this was fun, fun loose drag for her. I'm used to seeing her polished and poised and like, you know, pageant hair and like body tee and big, you know, like the whole shebang. And she looked good. She looked like she was having fun. She was, you know.
The only issue I had was the length of the skirt. I either wanted it like up 5 more inches or to the floor.
Yeah, I was literally about to say a little shorter or drop it down to a gown.
Yeah.
Regardless of the length of the dress, Sam Star, you get a check from me.
Yes.
Last to the stage, the dress that I love the most by Miss Lexi Love. She walks out in this gorgeous like cross-laced up leg with like this beautiful silhouette, and she had this lace like it's like a veil, but it was like a full body. Like, you know when you're in kindergarten and you throw the parachute up and you run underneath? Like, imagine that, but like see-through see-through.
It was see-through. Whoa.
See-through sheer. Is it called sheer?
Sheer. Yeah.
Yeah, like, she just looked gorgeous.
So, it was tulle. It was a tulle veil that went over her whole head.
Her whole body, mama.
Yeah.
360 that shit.
Yeah. It was just so... It was just in perfect runway fashion. They will end the runway shows in bridal with a wedding dress.
You have to.
It was just the perfect end to this entire challenge. She looked so confident. She was like radiant. And honestly, I only have 2 words for this look, and it's reality check. I loved it.
No, because like,
I loved it.
Gorgeous.
Like,
gorgeous.
It was just...
Lexi Love, you get the second reality check of the season.
Gag.
No, like, And even like the rainbow hair in the front, like she paid homage to Betsey, like
it was also giving like homage to gay marriage, like
oh my god,
the bow, like it was just so cute.
Oh my god, the bow on top of her head, like
yeah.
Oh, Lexi love. It's just I can't believe that you were so stressed and freaking out how you had no vision and you had no idea what you were gonna do, and then you pulled out in the runway looking like that.
It was just so good, and I think even if she came out without the veil on, I still would have loved it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So, period, Lexi. We love you.
Who was your favorite? Who was your least favorite?
My favorite was Lexi Love, and my least favorite is probably gonna go to Anya Nerve.
My favorite
tied with Lydia.
I think that
tied with Corey. All three of them. They're all just equally bad for different reasons.
No, with your least favorites, I agree with you. Lydia, Anya, and Corey, they weren't that good. They are my least favorites. I'm stuck between Ariadne and Lexi. Like I love both of them. And honestly, the collection as a whole, I loved how Lexi was in all white. I loved how Ariadne was in all black. And then Sam was like the combination between the two of them. I think their collection as a whole was very cohesive. They obviously didn't plan it.
It wasn't even the challenge, but period.
No, I know it wasn't a challenge at all. But like, I just feel like genuinely, I feel like I could see the three of those looks together walking down on a runway.
But what was your favorite look?
I couldn't decide between Lexi and Ariadne. Like,
Jules was really good too. My top two were Lexi and Jules for sure, and then my bottom was Lydia and
Anya and Corey.
Lydia and probably Corey. I mean, I know it's kind of a cop out to pick the bottom two, but they were bad.
They were.
Who was the other safe queen? It was Lana. Oh, Susie. Honestly, my least favorite look was probably Susie. To be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it, she was down there. She should have probably switched out for Lydia, in my opinion.
I agree.
Susie,
no, I definitely agree.
Susie's been getting away with murder recently. We have our tops and bottoms of the week. In the top, we have Miss Jules Sparkles, Ariadne, and Lexi Love. And down in the bottom, we have Lydia B. Collins, Corey King, and Miss Anya Nerve. First time we have seen Anya Nerve in such a low placement.
No, like, shook.
Yeah.
Like,
but she lives to see another day. RuPaul says that she's safe. And we have a lover's quarrel happening in our lip sync.
And our winner of this week's Maxi Challenge is one only Jules Sparkles.
No, finally. Yes. She needed a win so bad.
She honestly
especially
earned.
on a design challenge.
Yeah. And this was what she wanted. She's like, I came to the Drag Race.
This is your moment, have it.
Jules, I'm proud of you. You did well. Your outfit looked amazing.
Yeah.
You looked gorgeous. This was a well-deserved win. Do I think that Lexi was snubbed? Yes. Did you earn this win? Also, yes. As Nick says, two statements can be true.
Yes, two things can be true at once. Lexi should have won, but I'm so happy that you did. You know?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Now, this lip sync. We need to get into this lip sync real quick because...
First of all, you called this lip sync happening episode 2.
Yeah. The
minute that they started flirting, Nick was like, they're lip syncing against each other.
Literally, episode 2, they were like... I was like, we're going to get a lover's quarrel. I was like, we are going to get this. The editing would not have included it if it wasn't going to be important.
Yes. And
we have seen so many references to their growing, budding relationship. But you know what I loved about this lip sync is that it wasn't emotional. It wasn't, oh my God, I can't lip sync against Lydia. I love her. It was like, bitch, let's go. Yeah. You know, like, period.
If we're going to be lip syncing for our life, let's knock the house boots down.
You know what? And let's tongue a little bit while we do it.
No, because that was so hot.
RuPaul's heart monitor like skipped a beat. Like RuPaul was like, ah! Like,
RuPaul did not need Viagra last
No,
night.
because I don't know. Lip sync happens. It's very 80s. We get some soft porn. We get some soft core porn.
I have never seen an air guitar be played so hard in my life.
And so much.
No,
Corey King was like, I don't have another idea. I'm gonna play the guitar. You know?
I mean, if it works, it works.
You know, shaking that ice and strumming that guitar. Period, queen. You know,
she didn't do any high kicks or anything.
The dip at the end when she was just like, whoop, just kind of like took her own feet out. I loved it. I don't know if I 100% agreed that Lydia won this week.
I mean, all Lydia really did was win like a crazy part. No, tell me not. Tell me not. She had a lot more just like shaking her face reactions and like.
But she was doing more than Corey, I guess, because Corey was just kind of giving us air guitar and like titties, you know. I will say, Corey King won the lip sync for me in the first 2 seconds on the line, asked for $20 from my old man and pointed at RuPaul. I was like, oh, Corey's taking it. Corey's taking it. But she didn't. Episode 9, unfortunately, has beheaded the queen of the kingdom, has taken our girl Corey King with it, and we are sad to see her go, for sure.
No, because like nobody is going to give a confessional like Corey. Nobody is going to give funny comedy like.
Corey didn't even really give comedy this
Well,
week.
she didn't give comedy in the challenge. She gave comedy in every other aspect of
Yeah.
Drag Race.
I know, I'm going to miss Corey's confessional so
Such a
bad.
personality. Like, it's one of those queens, like, we already discussed this.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't come on here to win RuPaul's Drag Race. She came on here to make a name for herself.
She's
and-
just literally just made for TV goodness. Like,
Yeah.
Corey King is just made for TV.
Yeah, and if you want to have a meet and greet with Michael Jackson, make sure you go to Corey King's Instagram
Oh
and
my god,
TikTok
the cameos.
Lives.
The Corey King cameos.
Get a cameo.
She's probably
Hee-hee.
she's probably made as much of the winner on these cameos than any of the other queens.
No,
Like,
because Corey King she's staying booked right now.
Corey King is up in that little drag room popping these cameos out.
And she has a great YouTube vlog going on right now.
Yes, Corey King's YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out. Send her all the love, all the support. Corey, we can't wait to see how your career takes off. And we look forward to seeing you on our screens again. But unfortunately for us and for all the viewers at home, this is the end of the kingdom. We're going to have to shake our ice on our own. Yes. One last tribute.
With my coffee.
Yes.
You better see that ace.
Yes.
Do you have any last words for Miss Corey King herself?
I think I just gave them. I think I feel good. I'm going to miss you.
Yeah. Miss Corey King, I love you. You have definitely like put a refresh to the season. We needed a queen like you. We needed someone to give the confessionals. You, like I said, you're going to be missed. No one's going to rock a hoochie mama dress like you, Miss Thing. So.
Yeah. And if things don't work out with Lydia,
If you're like a 6'1" man.
she's the twin goblin, honey.
I'm not for you, mama.
Right. And on that note, this has been your reality check on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 9, the third design challenge. So we will see you next week for Episode 10 right here on this couch. Be sure to check out all of our other content. We're also covering Survivor at the moment. We will be posting Survivor episodes on Saturdays, and we will be posting Drag Race on Mondays, just like usual. So be sure to put that notification bell on so you don't miss a single thing. And we will see you on one of those platforms, but we will surely see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.